Hey everybody, good morning. Minister Errol Trench here. Let me say a giant-sized good morning to you all, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good morning, good morning. To some of you, it could be good afternoon. To some of you, it could be good evening. Sometimes I don't know the difference between evening and afternoon. A lot of people probably could have a lot of things to say about that. Now, however, I just feel like jumping on here and just give you a shout out. I want to let you know, first thing first, I'm encouraging everybody. Doesn't matter how the day may seem, hold the fort. Doesn't matter how life may seem. Doesn't. As a matter of fact, let me explain something to you. Sometimes the better your day is going to be, that's when sometimes you're going to be attacked. You know what I mean? So I don't believe any persons that has anything to do with life don't have similar experience. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian or a Christian. Doesn't matter whether you. Doesn't matter. People go through same scenario, and I try my best most of the time that I'm speaking to human, because headache is for everybody. Heartache, well, no, wrong. Let me not declare that. Let me say we all have or experience the same pain. You understand me? So the point I'm trying to say to you is that I understand, and as a person that sometimes sit on the front row, somebody asked me yesterday, very capable person from a government perspective, asked me, how do you do all of this? How do you accomplish all of this? Actually they said, how is the ministry? This is government people asking me. How is the ministry? And of course I told them, and they also have an idea. And they said, how do you do all of this? How do you do it? I gotta be honest. It's not me, first and foremost. I'm not capable to do what I do. It's God that influence my mind. It's God that gives me some form of guidance and direction. Whatever. So I know for sure that I'm not capable of doing the things that I do. But I know for sure that even though God will influence, that the enemy is going to attack to slow me down, to get me distracted, to get me thrown off. The devil will do the same to you. And I'm not here to promote, but I'm just here to say to you, look, I was reading something today. And I got to give you a little, for instance, but I was reading something today. Let me see if I can get it. It said here, and this is a little reading. No, I'm not. This is not one of my sermon. Okay, so I don't want you to think that I'm gonna bring anything big to you. But it said, "Awake, awake! Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garment, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean." Okay, it said, shake thyself from the dust. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bond of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. Look here. Look here. On a day-to-day basis, I know that I do, just like you, I probably experience a lot of things. My day started out today. I would actually say, I don't want to overstep my boundary, but my day started out today picking up a financial giant and bringing him to a corporate jet. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, God gives you the ability. If you're even a cleaner, when I said a cleaner that mop the floor, mop any floor, rejoice. Rejoice. You know, as I was traveling, the individual say to me, can we stop here and can we stop there? Well, it's your jet, so of course we can. And he said, I'm going to pick up some stuff, some food for the plane. Who am I to say no? The point what I'm trying to get at, even though he is the giant and the guru, he sat beside me and his family behind me. And as I was traveling for now about let's say a little while, heading to the plane, his plane, he said to me, you're a really good driver. And I could have said a lot of things. I said, thank you, sir. I try. Thank you. There are times that we need to, just to get ahead a little bit, is to humble ourselves. I cannot tell you how often sometimes self try to step in and we got to curve self. I could have said a few things like, we have to ask God for guidance. Earlier today, I looked around and I realized there was so much stuff to be done. And I'm going to be honest with you. I look around and I started to think of all these things that has to be done. What do you think I did? I dropped to my knees and I said, God, please, I need your direction. I need your guidance. So much stuff to be accomplished in a particular day. And a lot of people, their biggest problem is that they have so much stuff to do that they don't know which one to do and they never get started. I will encourage you. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for direction. Something happened in my mind yesterday that I was thinking about something. And as I was thinking, I realized to myself that, Errol, you don't move without God, or better yet, you cannot move without God. No, a lot of people would detest that. A lot of people would not agree to that, because not to me, but to them. They'll say, well, I can do whatever. I've been doing this for years. Well, people who trust God know it's impossible. Why? Because we depend, and it's like a child who depends on his or her parents for food. They can not able to go out and work. Well, that's how we are, believers of Christ. We trust him. We look to him for what we need. I'm encouraging somebody today. Don't just run out. Look to God. Don't just dash out. Look, there will be headaches coming sometimes. Don't try to figure things out. Drop to your knees and ask God for direction. Drop to your knees. I know you're too big for that. Look here. I remember when I asked, excuse me, the individual, I said, I need the tail. I need the tail of the aircraft, because as you know, all private jets, there has a tail number, and that's how these planes can be tracked. And I say to them, they say to me, sure, here it is. I said, I don't need it yet, just as I need to get into the era where I need to give my identity. They sat in the car, and generally I'm going in. Why do I say that? Because even though they are gurus, God could put you in great leadership role, but you do need to trust him. Let God know that you can be trusted, okay? And you will realize that sometimes it's that place we won't go. It's that place we can't get. Sometimes God already opened a door for us, but in our ignorance and our attitude, we close those doors. We close those doors. I'm going to ask you, by the human side, we want to close those doors because it's in our mind to be this. But God are looking for humble souls. We're not trying to say to be let everybody walk over you. But you see, if you're not able to humble yourself, and which sometimes I do things or say things that I said, Errol, that was not humble. That was not humble. And many of you may looked at me and said, Errol, oh, he's so ignorant. Sorry. Really and truly, I'm sorry. But to follow Christ and to listen to him and to hear him. Somebody was on the phone with me a couple of days ago from the United States. And I said to them, they say, you're quiet. I said, I just finished. And to get good words from God, you have to be quiet. To get a good word from God, sometimes even to do what I do, you have to be quiet. You can't be going and say, okay, God, give me some information. And then you're talking and God can't say a word. God's voice is very still. God's voice is very quiet. So you need to be sometimes still. Still. God is not in the rumbling. God is not in the rumbling. He's in the still voice. I'm encouraging somebody today. Doesn't matter what's going on. Trust God. Believe in him. I did say this is not going to be a big recording, so I better shut up now. But thank you also, by the way, for your support. Thank you for watching Trench Altar Ministry. Thank you. These videos are awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father. And thanks to you for continue watching Trench Altar Ministry. And if you can help us out in any way financially, please. Because you know what? Everything costs money. Everything. Equipment, editing tools. Oh, man. So if you can help us out. I'm not begging anybody for money because I don't want anybody to say, all they do is come and ask us for money. But if you can help us out, go to our website or go from where the videos are, or go from our YouTube page and drop us something. You know what? We will not, we are doing some good things for Christ and we want to continue to do so. God bless you. Have yourself a blessed day. Stay well. Trust him. He can be trusted. God bless.